guys, I'm not able to join you in math this morning, but I still want you to practice everything that we've been working on the last couple of weeks in regards to proportional relationships. As you know, we have a test coming up on Friday. We have the Module 1 assessment. And so this is your chance today and tomorrow to really practice, try to do a lot of independent work today and tomorrow, see how well you are understanding the concepts now that you've gotten a lot of opportunities to work with the class and with your groups. But before we kind of dive in, I'd like you guys to think about what we know about proportional relationships. We talked about what they look like in a graph, what they look like on a table, how to tell if a table is proportional. We talked about what an equation would look like for proportional relationships. So I'm going to actually have you guys pause the video right now, and then as a group, take 2 minutes to just kind of come up with everything you can think of regarding proportional relationships and tables, graphs, equations, or anything else that we've been talking about with that. Okay, so 2 minutes, turn and talk, and then play the video. Now that your group's had a chance to brainstorm some ideas about what a proportional relationship looks like, you're each going to complete a word web, vocabulary word web, for what proportional relationships are. So you're each going to get one of these, and up on the top, in the first box, you're going to write the definition of the word, and yes, you are allowed and encouraged to use your textbook to help you. Over here, you're going to describe it using facts and characteristics. I would think of things like, what does it look like on a table? What does it look like on a graph? I'm just going to jot this in here. What would an equation look like for a proportional relationship? We talked about some common characteristics in those things. Maybe how you can find the constant of proportionality or the unit rate for those proportional relationships. So think of any different fact or characteristic you can come up with on that topic. Down on the bottom left, you're going to write or draw an example. I would make this plural and say examples, because you could draw a sketch of a graph that's proportional. You could also find or come up with your own example of a table of a proportional relationship, and then same thing with an equation. We talked about the form those will take, so come up with a couple examples to show that you understand that. And then finally, over in this last box, you're going to write or draw some non-examples. So if there's a graph that does not represent a proportional relationship, what might that look like? Or if there's a table that's not proportional, what would that look like? Or an equation. Give an example of an equation, that's not a proportional relationship. All right, so if you want to talk through this with your group, I'm totally fine with that. But every person's responsible for turning one of these in tomorrow, and it will go into the grade book. All right, so not that you should do it any differently because of that, but I like you guys to know that in advance. All right, the two things that you're responsible for are on the screen in front of you right now. So when you finish your vocabulary web for proportional relationships, you want to make sure you turn that in to your basket underneath the flag. So go put it in block A or block B. And then when you're done with that, which should not take the whole class period, guys, you are then working on the Module 1 review, which is in your textbook. That's page 51 and 52, and it is just a good way to sum up all of the learning that we've been doing and make sure that you're feeling prepared for the assessment on Friday. If you happen to finish those two things before you leave class today, or you're looking for other ways to study, there is an extra practice folder in Schoology, which I have a screenshot of here, but it's in the Module 1 Extra Practice and Study Resources folder, and there's a whole bunch of interactive things you can do on there. That part is not required, but all of these things up top are. So make sure that you're using your class time well, working on the vocabulary web and the Module 1 review, and then tomorrow we'll take some time as a group to do a final review day and answer any lingering questions you still have, and we'll take it from there. All right, so work together, use your time well, and I'm looking forward to a great report from our sub. Thanks.